Welcome back, everybody, to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Today we'll be doing the second day of investigations in Case 4.
Missing Maya! Missing Maya!
There, Pearls.
I can't take it anymore.
Look, it'll be alright. Everything may still work out.
Huh?
The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt Maya. And he won't because Mr. Ongard hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. Cheer up. We don't have time to stand around crying. We have to get going.
You're right. Missing Maya is in much more pain than I am.
Yes, that's right. So... Hey, you guys! Glad I caught you, pal!
Mr. Scruffy Detective!
Oh boy. Looks like Detective Gumshoe has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now. It's just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now, and I came to talk to you, pal! But we're kinda busy right now. Oh well, let's talk anyway. So what are you gonna do from now on? What do you mean, pal? Well, you've been fired, right? So do you have a new job lined up yet? Oh, Dad! What am I supposed to do now, pal? I don't have anything coming in at all until my next payday. What are you talking about? You don't have another payday. I guess that means I'm just gonna have to work here at your place, pal. Say what? You'll be searching for things that'll prove Mr. Ongard's innocence all day, right? Well, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna help you, pal. I've got lots of experience in investigating and watching over people's places. I'm great at making really simple meals, pal. I'll take care of it all.
Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's let Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things.
Okay. By the way, what's your best dish? Instant noodles, pal. Why am I surrounded by people who only eat cheap, unhealthy foods? That was the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth act like that. Never thought he'd say something like he didn't care if Miss Andrews killed herself.
He said that? That's horrible.
But because of him doing that, we got the truth finally. The truth. Miss Andrews' last testimony. I wonder if it was the truth. I'll give you that there was nothing strange in her testimony itself, but I still think there is something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing. You mean about that thing, pal? Why would she want to, no, I mean almost need to frame Mr. Ongard? I couldn't figure that out from anything she said all day. Didn't you say that testimony was a lie? Not a lie, per se. It just feels like there's more here than meets the eye. Or that's what Edgeworth would like us to believe.
That's such a dirty trick! Even that woman prosecutor was better than that!
Franziska von Karma. Speaking of Miss von Karma, do you have any more information on her condition? Wasn't she shot this morning? Miss von Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol, pal. But she's going to be fine, right? I mean, Edgeworth said she was in stable condition, but... Well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay and still hanging in there. They should be done taking the bullet out, so she's probably rested at the hospital. Which one? What? Are you going to visit her, pal? No, well, I was kind of thinking about it. Hey, you actually got a heart, don't you? She looked like she was being tortured to death not being able to go to the trial today, so maybe it'd be good for her if you went and let her whip you for a bit, pal.
Let's go let her whip us, Mr. Nick!
Now I'm definitely not going. Let's see, the name of the hospital, oh yeah, the Honey Clinic. That name sends a chill down my spine. Well, I guess it can't hurt to stop by and say hi. So that is our next destination, a familiar setting. Never thought I'd ever come back to this place. Yes, are you here to visit a patient? Hi. Oh, wait a second, you're... Yes, I'm Director Hottie, ho ho. Why are you still here? Yes, what is it? Can I help you? You can tell me, yes. Director Hottie. Edgeworth, Yes, I'm Director Hottie, ha. Oh, you're the man from this morning. Yes, what is it, Director, Franziska. How is Franziska von Karma? You don't need to worry, yes. She's in good hands, because you see, I'm personally taking good care of her, yes. Yes, and that surgery, it went well. You have my gratitude. Looks like Edgeworth doesn't know about this director and his secret. She looked so pitiful, absolutely terrified, yes. But I understand, yes, her opponent was good after all, And when I snuck up on a real secret like, she would scream really loud, yes. I see. Ah, but she's really cute, too. When I do that, she'd whip me with her whip, Boy, did I cry like a baby, yes. But I think I could get used to it. Oh, shit. Go back to your room. You're so mean, my frisky friska. But that's good. Okay, yes, it's time for my IV drops, yes. Ugh. And what are those tulips doing in your hand, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? I knew I shouldn't have come here. I was shot in front of the courthouse in my right shoulder. It's no big deal. This sort of thing happens all the time. I even had full intentions of running the trials this morning.
But that would have been too much!
Yeah, you look like you were deathly scared until only a few minutes ago. But I was dragged here by that prosecutor. He even went so far as to grab me by the wrist the whole way here. It was the only logical course of action given the bullet was still lodged in your shoulder. But with me doing so, I found myself having to clean up after you and that irresponsible deal you made. I think I know what deal he's referring to. Miss Von Karma, you made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you?
I don't know if that's what you mean.
In order to make sure you got your guilty verdict on Mr. OnGuard, you told Miss Andrews not to testify in court today.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you have proof that I made such a deal? You're denying it?
It looks like you were lucky, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. If I had been in court today, this trial would already be over.
All while hiding Miss Andrews' own crime?
That isn't my problem. Whether she had tampered with evidence or not, I have only one objective: to find OnGuard guilty of murder. The end justifies the means, Mr. Phoenix, right? The end justifies the means.
Miss Von Karma, Adrian Andrews believed you when you said, if you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then OnGuard will be found guilty.
And what does that have to do with me?
Because of that, she is now in danger of being found guilty herself. All because she believed in your words until the very end.
That still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, that's all.
But you had to know she was...
I think visiting hours here are about over. So, if you'll excuse me. What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off?
Probably because she thinks I had the advantage in that argument. Edgeworth. What happened today at the trial, Edgeworth? That was not like you at all. I mean, I know you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far... but she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, Wright, the courtroom is a garden of judgment. I'm putting myself on the line when I stand in there, and that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural. By the way, Edgeworth, you were really angry in court today. That's rare for you. Witness, that card! Give it to me, hurry! Do you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? I can't believe you hid this from me all this time! That card, What in the world is it? You mean this? Listen, Wright. This is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this. A special investigations team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it. I understand. The task is to find the owner of this card, a man called Shelly the Killer. And just as his name states, he is a killer, an assassin, the best at that. An assassin? So who is this Shelly the Killer? The Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins.
Long-standing?
The name first appeared about 100 years ago, I hear. Shelly is the professional name of the third heir to the Killer name. So because his professional name is Shelly, he leaves cards with a shell on them? He has a habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of his victims.
Why would he do something like that?
We think it is a part of his duty to his clients. His duty? If he leaves a card, then his clients can be assured it was he who killed the victim. It also serves as insurance against any charges being pushed onto his clients. I see. The Killer values the trust between his clients and himself above all else. It seems that this is one honorable assassin with a moral conscience. I guess that even honorable assassins can exist. So, you think this assassin, you think he's the one who did the killing in this case? It would appear that way. The discovery of the card basically confirms it, wouldn't you agree? Shelly the Killer, huh? I noticed something at the trial today. You were behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter? I guess I should just tell him. Maya, she's been kidnapped. Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want? An acquittal. I see. I had no idea. I will prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow.
Really? Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth is going to...
Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth. I don't need your pity.
Mr. Nick?
There's no way you can find her. We don't even have a single clue to go on. There's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal, somehow. It's the only way. Right, listen. You need to know something. One corridor was killed by Shelly the Killer, and the client who ordered the job is Matt Ongard, your own client. Please, stop! I can't listen to you. I can't believe that. I see. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you will need this.
What is it?
The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelly the Killer. If you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they will let you enter. In any case, I must attend to the preparations from Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again if anything should happen. Now, if you'll excuse me...
Mr. Nick? You think Mr. Ongard hired an assassin?
No way! I mean, he doesn't have a psych lock.
Yeah, I guess not.
Maya, please, all I ask is that you make it home, safe and sound. Meanwhile, in date, time, and location unknown... I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me. And even though he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up, like how Nick does with everything in court. Anyway, let's try out the card trick with this card I just found. Sounds like I got the door open. Okay, time to go take a look around. Move to question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. The most important room. What is this place? I've got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore. Are those videos over there? Well, I'll worry about that later. For now, I should be looking for clues. That way, I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here. There's a framed picture sitting on this coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. Hey, looks like something's written here. Let's see. I think it says, "With love, Celeste." I bet this could be a clue. The plot thickens. That's weird. What's a figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this? I think it's a bear. Aw, how cute. But it's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. I wonder if it's some kind of puzzle or something. What is this thing? An antenna, I guess? And this is a VCR? There sure are a lot of electronic gadgets here. But what is an antenna doing here? Locked, of course. And it doesn't look like I could use the card to open this door. There's a little hole at the bottom of the door. If only I was a little skinnier, then maybe I'd be able to crawl through there. Oh, this simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering around at will. Oh shoot. Busted! It seems that your Mr. Wright is truly concerned about you. He is? For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you. Ways? You mean... Dead men tell no tales, is how the saying goes, correct? Dead? I'm almost certain I told you on our first meeting. I am an assassin. No way! You're lying! I mean, an assassin? People are not always who they appear to be. Oh shit. What happens? Mr. Nick? Hmm? Oh, well, yes, Pearls? Got caught up in my thoughts about my situation. Mr. Edgeworth has left, you know. I guess for now I have no choice but to believe in Mr. OnGuard. But I think I should listen to his story one more time. Alright, let's get going too. Okay! Let's get the heck out of here. Alright now, Mr. Nick. Let's go look for clues. We have to, for Mr. Maya's sake. You shall not pass! This whole bag. Don't devalue my name and turn it into a gas, you spiky-headed poof! Because of you, I've been made to look like the bad guy again. Although I did get a piece of gum from Edgy Boy, just as he promised. But what I really wanted was something much more valuable! Blah, 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 blah. Huh? Miss Oldbag? Keep your hands off me! This helmet is airtight! No air gets in, no air get out. What does your helmet have to do with anything? Huh! Don't think you can get me to move with silly questions! You're going to have to defeat me if you want to get by! I'm not hearing this. Hey... I'm sorry, but visiting hours are over for today. Aww. I have too many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the... You're Mr. Wright, you say? Oh, yeah, there's a message here for you. A message? It's from Matt OnGuard. Here you are. What did he write? Is it something really important? I don't know. Well, let's see what it has to say. To the lawyer, dude. I've got something really important to tell you. Why do I feel uneasy all of a sudden? Oh, Mr. Wright. So, actually, I have a favor to ask of you. I have this cat named Shu. I didn't put out a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. You think you could drop by my house and feed Shu for me, dude? My house is just a little ways down from the hotel, alright?
This is terrible! Let's hurry, we have to feed his cat! I'm sure poor Shu's stomach is growling by now.
Yeah, I guess. A client's request is a request. Guess I should go check up on his cat. Let's check out the Criminal Affairs Department.
Wow, everybody looks really busy with something or another.
They're probably strengthening the evidence for tomorrow's trial.
Hey, hurry up with that, will ya? Pass that victims list around. Now you're speaking nonsense. There's more than 100 people on there.
Mr. Nick? Is Mr. Ongard a really bad, terrible criminal?
Actually, Pearls, never mind. It sounds like they're working on a different case. That's pretty good stuff. Sure is dark.
Turn on a light.
Wow, so this is what a star's house looks like. Must be nice to be rich.
Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's find Shu, the kitty cat. Shu!
Aw, so cute. So I guess this is Shu.
What a lovely cat. Hello, Shu.
The cat seems to like Pearls. Pardon me. May I help you with something, mister? Oh, we're lawyers. Actually, I'm Mr. Ongard's lawyer. The Master's? Then you must be Mr. Wright. Yes? It's a pleasure to meet your wonderful self. I am the family butler, John Doe. Nice to meet you. You must know all sorts of things about Mr. Ongard, right? Honestly, sir, I don't believe my master is capable of such a foul deed as murder. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the master or his affairs. How typically butler-like, as it were. Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence? Well, sir, I would have to say maybe about 1 year. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of himself and his affairs. You know, I would have thought Mr. Ongard the kind to have a maid over a butler. Ha ha! That's a very cute cat you've got there. It is my duty to take care of him. The master rather fancies Shu. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the family cat. Well, then I guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore. Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave of you now. Oh, we should probably get going ourselves. So young and yet already so accomplished, a master of law. But there's also a lot to be proud of in being a butler in charge of the house and all. Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be. Now, if you'll excuse me,